Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I rise to offer this amendment to reduce funding for the Northern Border Regional Commission, or the NBRC, to pre-pandemic fiscal year 2019 levels. Like other regional commissions, the NBRC provides economic development assistance to projects in various states, in this case, Maine, New Hampshire, New York, and Vermont. Now, I don't know if you're seeing a theme here. You want extra money from the federal government and you're not getting enough? Well, just create a commission. Get your other buddies in your other states to create a commission, and in comes the money. These commissions simply serve as a slush fund for parochial and regional projects with little or actually no national nexus. They don't belong in the purview of the federal government. They belong at state and local governments. Let's take a look at some of the funded programs taken from the 2022 annual report, which is the latest report available. 2022, $304,000 to purchase a sound system for an auditorium in New Hampshire. I'm sure it's wonderful. If I get to New Hampshire, maybe I'll get to hear it. But in the meantime, I'm going to pay for it, and so are you. Over $350,000 to expand rail yard capacity in upstate New York. I don't know. I'm paying for freight costs. We have all kinds of incentives for railroads in this country. I know I'm on the Transportation Committee, but we got $350,000 coming from this commission to pay for that as well. And then another $350,000 for a sailing center on Lake Champlain. I'm sure it's wonderful. I'm sure it's lovely. I live in Pennsylvania. I'm not getting up to the lake too often. Look, these projects are all well and good. Some of them ought to be funded by private investment, and others should be funded by states or localities. But our taxpayers, Mr. Speaker, are broke, and our country is broke. And somebody's got to do something about it. Somebody has to make the hard decisions. I reserve. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Instead of pandering to special interest groups, we got to pare back these wasteful programs that oftentimes serve as a boondoggle for a limited number of folks in a limited location. This amendment does not zero out the commission's funding. It doesn't say we got to get rid of the commission. Other administrations have done that. That doesn't say that. It simply reduces the funding to pre-COVID, pre-Biden spending levels where, quite honestly, most of our bosses, our constituents, are living. That's where their paychecks are. They're back there, and we're up here taking their money and spending it on things that are already being spent on that should be spent by somebody else. And they should be attached to accountability at state and local elected officials, but they are not. They are attached to regional commissions that most people don't know exist, have no idea who runs them or what they do. With that, I yield the balance.